Everybody, welcome back. In this video we are going to create our traditional truck, and for traditional truck we have this reference image, and one reference image I have set up for the side view, and now we will start creating our traditional truck. So for that purpose we will just go to for the front view we'll just go to mesh. We will just create a plane here. We will just go to edit mode, our X 90 degree, and now we'll just scale it a little bit to x-axis, and then we will yeah, this much is good, and then we will just create some inner loops. Control R, and like this, I think 7 loops are enough, and then we will select the half section and we will just delete this section, and we will just go to modifiers and we will add the mirror modifier, and we will enable the clipping. Mirror is fine, but you can see that there is a little bit difference here, so we'll just select this 2 vertices and we will just move these vertices here, and we will clip these 2 vertices. Okay, that's good. Now we'll just select one, and we will just go to wireframe. We will select the upper corner. We will just move the upper corner here, maybe, okay, from this section maybe, and the lower corner will be here, I think. Okay, and now we'll just go to side view. As you can see, we have this side view. We'll just move it like this, and here maybe, and we'll start it from here, which is the mirrors, which is the truck front. Okay, and we need to rotate it like this, so we'll just select rotation, and then we will just rotate it like this maybe, and then we'll just move it here, and you can see that front and the side view is not accurate. Okay, although from front you can see this result, and here you can see this type of result, and yeah, that's fine, I think. So we'll just move it here, and we'll just make it a little bit bigger maybe, if you want to do so, but I will not do that, and we'll start creating our basic shape. So here you can see this is our main shape, and now we will just go to shaded view. We'll just select this loop and this loop and this loop, and we will start extruding these loops. So press 3 and we will extrude it to y-axis like this. Okay, and you can see the bottom vertices are not in accurate position, so or we have to make this shape a little bit small. So I think we will do that. So I will just select the image, and we will just scale it a little bit, maybe like this, and that's good. And then we'll just move it here, and this size is fine, I think. Okay, so we'll start it from this section, no problem, and a little bit more, I think. Sorry, make it small little bit, and we'll just move it here. Yeah, that's good, I think. A little bit like this, and now we'll just go to edit mode again, and you can see this is the selection. We'll just go to side view. We'll start extruding it a little bit more like this. EY again, EY again, okay, EY again like this, and that's nice. And now we will just go to wireframe mode, and we will just align the vertices. Okay, so we'll select this vertex, and we'll just move it maybe here, and then this vertex that will be here maybe, and then this vertex, and then this one. and this one, and then the final one, which will be here maybe. Okay, so from here we will just start extruding this section, so don't be worried about that. And the bottom section is absolutely fine, but definitely we will just move these vertices a little bit like this, and like this. We will just organize these vertices, this one here, and then we have these vertices. For these vertices we will definitely cut out the shape now, so for that we will just create a loop here and a loop here as well, and a loop here as well. And now we will just select these 4 vertices. We will just delete these vertices, and now you would see that we have a basic this type of shape, which is quite good. And we will just go to front view, side view again, and we will arrange these vertices in actually wireframe mode. Okay, so that we can move all the vertices. So basically we will just creating the basic shape, and then after that we will just make it better and better. So like this, and this one, and this one, little bit like this. Definitely here I think that we need some more vertices, but for time we will just keep it like this. And if for example you want to fill out the face, for example, then we can select this section, and we can just press F to fill out this face. Okay, and it will create like this, and the tire section is absolutely nice. And I think yeah, actually we have cut inside this section usually in trucks, so I will just keep it like this. And if you want to move for example one by one these vertices, and if you want to join these in a better way, then what you can do, you can select this section till here, and then you can extrude it inside, and then you can join these sections, okay, these vertices. So it is the another way, but we'll keep it like this. And I will also apply the subdivision surface just for testing out the result in a better form, and also we'll just apply the solidify so that we can check that everything is fine or not. Okay, so now you can see that is very nice, and we will just move further. So now subdivision surface and modifier solidify, we will just make it disable, and now just minimize this thing. And now we will just go to edit mode again, and you can see this type of basic shape. We'll just go to 3, we will just go to wireframe, and the basic things are fine, I think. So although we can just make it better with a little bit loops here. So for example this one like this, and then a little bit of tweaking with these one as well. Okay, and that's good. And now one more thing you can notice, that in trucks you can see little bit of extrusion at these points. So for that purpose we can select this loop actually from here to here. Okay, and then we can just move it outside if we want to do so, or we can just press ES and make a extrusion inside extrusion like this. Okay, and then we can just move this extrusion inside, and and it will give us a better result, I think. Okay, you can see now it will give us the better result here. Okay, the corner here. So it's up to you that what you need. And for the better corners, definitely we need a loop here, and a loop here as well. Okay, so now you will see that we will have fine result here. That's good. Now we will just move further and we'll see that how we will just achieve the best shape. Everybody, welcome back. So now we will just go to front view 1 by pressing 1, and you can see the lot of fluctuations here. So if we go to our this view, you can see that we have this type of shape now, and actually in the original truck, if you can see, we have this type of inside loops. You can see inside extrusion like this, and this section is a little bit extruded outside, and this one a small cut like this, and then the light section. So basically we will keep this section same, and if we go to wireframe mode, you can see that we can just organize these things if we want to do so. So we will just arrange these by selecting these vertices, and we can just move these vertices inside as well for the better shape. So I think here you can see we have inside and then outside. So if we select vertices till here maybe, and if we and these one as well, and then if we move these inside little bit, and like this, and then maybe we will get some better result. If you can see, that is actually better, but here you can see we didn't move these two vertices for some reason. So also these vertices we can't move because we didn't have the accurate selection. So we'll just move back, Control Z everything, and then we will just select the right vertices. So this is the right loop from maybe here to here, and then here to here. Okay, and then we can just move with this section a little bit inside, and it will give us the better result, I think so. So now we will just deselect this one, and we'll just move it a little bit inside. Okay, so now if we enable these things, you can see this type of shape, which is quite good but not much better. Okay, so we'll just move it a little bit more. So I think that we should move these sections. So if we select from here to here to here, and this one and this one and this one, and then if we move it a little bit inside like this, and then this one, then this one little bit, then this one little bit, then you will see that it will give us better approach, I think so. Yeah, you can see this type of shape, and which is good. And if you want to make it more better, we can move it a little bit more. Okay, so we'll do that. So I will do that and we will resume the video. So now you can see this type of shape, which is quite better. And for the more extrusion, we can select the upper parts if we want to do so, and we can just extrude them. So I think we can do so. So we can just select these polygons from here to here maybe, like this, and then we can just move it a little bit out, and actually we can extrude these as well. So let's make it like this, and we'll just extrude it to z-axis a little bit. Okay, and then we'll just scale it a little bit inside, and it will give us better shape. So now you can see, yeah, this type of cut and extrusion, which is quite good. Okay, so now for this section, we can just if you want to create some better cuts, definitely you can create certain loops in these sections. So I will just create some loops for the better cut result. So if we create a loop here, and if we create a loop here, I think it will give us some better cut, I think so. So yeah, that's better, but not too much better. So now it's fine, I think. So now we'll start creating the front section. So if we go to I will just create a loop here as well. So now if we go to 1, press 1, and if we go to wireframe mode, you can see this type of mess, and we want to create lights and this section, etc. But for that section, definitely we have to hide the back section. So before that, we'll just select the back section till here maybe, and we can press H to hide it, and now we will just go to front view, and we will start creating this stuff. So for this type of stuff, first of all, I think we should increase this loop here. Okay, something like this, and we'll just create a loop here inside, and then we'll start creating some loop cuts for these sections. So I will just create a loop here to this corner, and also a inside loop here, little bit, one more loop, and then for these lights we will just create a loop here, and a loop here as well, and a loop here, and this bottom loop I will just create another loop here. Okay, and now you can see this type of shape in the middle, and for that definitely I will not we can do this thing, I think. So let's make it no problem. We can just create a loop here and move it here, and then we will create a loop here as well. So for that, this light, okay, and as you can see the corner of the light are here. We should add a corner for this light, and now what else we need is, yeah, we need a light. So for light we can just create this much border, and then one border here, and then one here, and that's it. Now we can just delete this, but before that we will just create the basic cut. Okay, so for that purpose we can select these polygons. So from here to here maybe, and till here, and then we can select these loops in shaded view. I think we should have a better selection, and then in wireframe mode we will select this loop. We will just keep it like this, and then we will select this one till here and till here, and like this. Okay, and we will just make extrusion, inside extrusion. So we'll just keep it like this. And what is this thing? I will just recheck. So yeah, that's fine. So now we'll just extrude it y-axis, and we will extrude it like this. little bit, not too much. Okay, so now if we apply the modifiers, you can see the result, which is quite good. And now we will just create the light and other sections. So for that purpose, we'll just go back and we'll just enable the vertex wireframe mode 1, and then we will first create this light. So for that purpose, we can this light has these corners, so I will just select these two nodes and this one as well, and we can just delete these vertices. Now we have this loop, and we can select this loop, and we can go to loop tools and we can circle it. Okay, now you can see this is the circle. I will just make it scale a little bit inside, and we'll just move it like this. And now for the light, we will just create the light. So we'll just select this in a shaded view. We just move it outside by extruding it to y-axis, extruding it to y-axis again, extruding it to y-axis again. Okay, like this. A small extrusion to the S scale inside, and yeah, like this. And then we can just extrude it and scale it a little bit more, and then finally we can just press F to fill out the faces. So now you can see we have a nice light here. Now what else we need is that if we go to one wireframe mode, you can see this type of deletion, actually deleted area. Okay, and for that we can just select this polygon, and we can we can just select the actually from this section we can delete, or maybe from this section. Let's delete it from this section till here. Sorry, what happened? Okay, that's fine. And till here, and then this one, and we will not select this section, which is this one till this one, and also this bed forced section, because we will have a number plate here. Okay, so that will be our extrusion. So we'll just select it in shaded view, and you can see that we have problem with this, that we should not select these sections, and now we will just delete these faces. Okay, so now you can see we have this type of shape, which is good. And now if we apply the modifier, you can see this type of result due to a lack of cuts here. Although this is also good, and we can keep it like this, but if we create some loops, it will be better. So for loops, yeah, actually that's fine. Actually we can just create loops like this, and this one here, and now if we apply it, and you can see this type of shape, which is quite better. And now we can just add a inner loop like this. Okay, and then if we read it, that is better, I think. So we are happy with this, so no problem. And now what else we need is that we have this section. So if we select this till here, maybe we want to move it a little bit inside, extrude it to y-axis a little bit like this, and now you will see very nice cut here. Okay, like this. So that's good. And for the corners, if you want a sharpness, you have to create a loop here, and it will give us a better cut. Okay, yeah, that's good. What else we need is that we have this type of outside extrusion a little bit, and then this number plate. Okay, we will just add this number plate on the same section, on the same body. No need for creating another type of body, and also we will create this section connected with the main section. So I think we can do so. So we will just create this type of extrusion. Before that, I will just select the we will just go to edit mode, and we will just select these vertices, and we will move these vertices a little bit like this, and the upper section we have actually this section, or not this one. So we will just create one more loop here. Okay, we should create one more loop here. So we will just create a loop here like this. Okay, and now we will just extrude this section. So I will just select this thing till here, and we can just extrude it. So extrude to y-axis a little bit. Okay, again extrude to y-axis a little bit. I will just show you why I did this, and then extrude to y-axis in a bigger circumstance. And now if you apply this, you can see that we have this type of shape bonnet. Okay, that is good. And now what else we will do, we will just check it in one, and we have this type of number plate. So we will select this section and this one as well. I think this one and this one are enough, and we will just move these a little bit outside. So for differentiating the number plate, and for this number plate, if we apply the subdivision surface, you can see it's a rounded one and we don't need it. We need square one. So we just add a loop here to the one corner, and then we will just create a loop to the other corner, and then we will create a loop here as well. And now you will see that we have a nice number plate as well. Okay, now what else we need is, if we move back and one, and if we see this, you can see this type of shape here. Okay, and for this type of shape we can just extrude this section. So yeah, we will do that. So now we can just go back to shaded view, and in shaded view we can go to edit mode again, and we will just select this section. Okay, and then we'll just go to front view, and we'll just extrude it to z-axis a little bit, then extrude it to z-axis again, and then extrude it to z-axis again. Okay, we have a mistake here. It's a little bit moved towards x-axis, so we'll just extrude it to z-axis here. I think to the bigger circumstance. Okay, and I will show you why I did so, and that's it. Now we will just go to wireframe mode, and we will just move these vertices. So here you can see we can just move this vertex here, and these one here, maybe this one, and then this one. Okay, we need a loop here. We can just press Ctrl R, and we'll just move it like this, and then these front vertices like this. And now if you see this in a shaded view, you will see this type of effect, which is quite good. And now what else we need? We need this type of light, very small light. If you want to move into too much detail, you can do so, but I will not do that. Okay, and we will just end this thing till here, and we will just add some texture to this shape. Okay, this extra shape, so we'll not do anything else. And now you can see what else we can do with this. Actually, this middle sticker, and for this sticker we can just select a loop here, Control R, and a loop here, Control R. Okay, and then we can just select these loops like this, and we can just move it a little bit like this. We'll just add a circular type shape. Okay, and this one, sorry, this one as well, and we will do nothing else. I think if we want to make it like perfect circle, we can just make another cut here, and just make it like this. Okay, so what we will do, we will add a texture at this spot. Okay, nothing else. So that's good. And now this is our main section, which is quite good, and we will just move further, and we will just, as you can see, the bottom, when we apply the solidify and subdivision, you can see this type of result. And we will also apply the shade smooth, and if we press edit, and if we press alt H for unhide the surface, and if we select everything, right click, merge vertices by distance, and if we press shift N for normals, so even then you can see we have this type of problem here, and it is because it is inside, so that's fine actually. And as we can't see this, user can't see this, so we'll not fix it at all. Although for fixing it, if you want to fix it, you can create some loops here as well. Okay, if you want to do so, and when you will create the loops, I hope that this will be solved. Okay, so I will not do that, and we will move further. So we will just go to side view, and now it's time to create the back shape. And for the side view, what we can do is that we can actually extrude the upper section, and then we will just extrude this section. So yeah, and for this purpose we will just because this area will be open, so if so from this section we can just select these loops till here. Okay, and now we can just delete this section. Okay, these faces, we can delete these faces, and now you can see we have this type of shape, and which is good. And now if we select this loop, we can move this loop as well, and I think we should first of all we should move this section separately, and this section and this section. So we will think on this first, and I think yeah, this section little bit, and then we can extrude it. Okay, that's fine. So for the upper section, we will select this area till here maybe. Okay, and with this you can see this is also available, so we'll select this section as well, and we'll press Indeed, we can delete this area and we can select only these 3 cubes, and then we can extrude it to y-axis. Little bit extrusion we need. Okay, and that's good. Indeed, we can move this one as well. So 3 E and Y. So now we can move it like this. Okay, and here we will just press SZ0, and actually not SZ0, we'll press SY0 and it will work, I think. Yeah, that's fine. So it will make it straight. Okay, so we want it straight like this, and now you can see that our shape is fine till here. So now we'll start creating our main shape. So let's do that. Okay, so now we will just extrude this section, and I will just select this section now, this one till here, and then definitely we will just go to 3 and we will just extrude it to z-axis. Okay, and extrude it to z-axis again, extrude it to z-axis again like this. Again. Okay, this is actually the sample here that we are creating this mirror section. Okay, and as we are here on not accurate here with the image, so that why I'm just moving this section with just simple ideas. So here we will just create a loop here to this section, and then we will just select the this cut, and we'll just move it little bit like this cut little bit inside. Okay, and this cut we'll just move it like this. Sorry, select it, and again we'll just press Alt and click. What happened? Okay, we will just select Alt, click, and loop is not selected, so we'll just select this loop like this, and 3, and we'll just move it like this. Okay, now from here we will just create this shape, the upper shape. So we will just start extruding it again. So easy, and actually we have selected the loop only, so we'll just select the entire section till here, and then we'll just select the loop, easy again, easy again, and like this we can just move it upward. See, easy again, easy again, and easy again little bit, and we'll just create a smart loop here, and if we apply this these subdivision surface etc., you can see the result now in the object mode. So now you can see this type of result, and which is good actually. Okay, and for the mirror, if we go to edit mode and if we deselect this section, I think we have this area for the mirror, and which is good. And if we go to 3, we can create mirror till here, I think. Okay, so yeah, this section for the mirror is absolutely nice, so we'll just select this section till here. Okay, and this will be the mirror, and we will not do anything here because we will create our mirror in and till here, I think, and that we will do with the textures. Okay, so I will not do anything here. So now we will just see that what else we can do. And now important thing is that we want to create this type of section, and for this type of section we will just extrude the corners of this entire loops, and also for this I think we need to move the loops as well. So for that we will just do one thing, we will just delete these polygons, and yeah, actually we can delete these if we want to do so. Let's delete these faces, and also we will delete these faces as well. Okay, so now we have this type of corners, and this one as well, I think. And now we will actually join this loop with this loop, and then I think we will have a better section. And I think here we did one mistake. We don't need to extrude the entire section. Actually we can just get a plane here, and that was our big mistake, so I will do that. So I just deleted this section because we don't need it at all. And now we will just select this loop. You can see this loop. Okay, that's great. Now we can do our thing easily. Okay, so we'll just go to front view again, sorry, side view again, and we'll start extruding this section. So EY, and here we will have our door as well. Okay, so at this point we can just organize these section as well for the door if we want to do so, but before that I will just move further EY again, and we will just get the bed. First we will just get the simple shape. And one more thing, here you can see these things are totally straight, and if we move like this we will not have the straight selection, so it will create some problem. Okay, and with the textures, and also here you can see that we have straight from this point, so it's better to make it straight at certain point. So I will just move back here, and we'll just extrude it to y-axis a little bit, and we will just we will press, actually if we flatten it will not work, I think. Yeah, it's worked actually, but you can see that it's not very straight. So we'll select this, and if we press S and X 0, what will happen? Nothing happens. So if we press SY0, yeah, that's fine, that's what we need. Okay, so I'll just move it to this point, and from here we can start creating our door and other sections, and that section will be straight. And before that I will just create some loops here as well, so that we will get some better result. Okay, so that's nice. Now we will select this loop, and before yeah, that's fine. And now we will just press 3 and we will just extruding it in a straight way now. Okay, we will have our door from here, from this section. So EY again, EY again, EY again, EY again, EY again, and EY again, like this. Okay, EY again, EY again, EY again, and we'll just make it bigger. EY again, and that's it. And now for the back, this type of shape for this section, which is the tire section, we will create some loop here. So I think we will create our tire at this point. So before doing this section, I think we will place our tire at the right positions, and then we will cut the this section accordingly. Okay, so I will not do this now, and first of all we will just organize the main things over here. Okay, so we'll just press 3, go to wireframe mode, and now we will start shaping out our basic shape. So now here you can see that we can move it like this. I think we should create one more loop here and a loop here as well. Okay, and then we will just move this section. Actually, one by one we can move these vertices, and I will just organize these things, and we will just move back. Okay, so now I just organize the basic shape a little bit, and now you can see very nice look here. And although everything is good, but we'll just create some other things as well. So if we move back to our press 3, and if we just hide it, you can see this type of loop cuts here. And if we want to create this type of shape, we can just create these sections. I think we should not do that, and we will just add our textures, and it will be good. Okay, and next thing, we will just add the tire. So let's add this truck. Okay, and before that, you can see this, we are saving our data in truck 01 for some bad reason. So actually we have to save as, and we have to make it Pakistani truck 02. Okay, this is the different truck. And now in this truck, what we will need is, we need these tires actually. So I will just go to object mode, and in object mode we can delete this section, we can delete this section as well, and these sections as well, we don't need it. Sorry, yeah, and sorry, not dashboard and other things will be same, and this section we don't need, and now other things are fine. Okay, so now what we will do, we have created our truck, where it is. Okay, this is the truck, new truck, and we will just name is main body. Okay, and now we will just see these tires and other things. Where are these? Yeah, here it is. Okay, and they are a little bit small, and our truck is big, so we will just make our truck a little bit small. Okay, and in edit mode we will do that, it is always better. So scale it like this, scale it like this, and we'll just move it to the right position to the tire. Okay, so here you can see the tire is bigger now, so we have to make our truck little bit big so that our tire will be accordingly. And here you can see that we have better options now. Yeah, that's good. And now we will just move to press 1 and we will just move it. Sorry, why I am just moving it like this, because we are in mirror form, so if we move it, it will create some problems, so we'll not move it to x-axis. So what we will do, we will just select the tires and we will move the tires. Okay, so in object mode we'll just select these tires, this one, this one, and now we will just go to 1 and we'll just move it like this. Okay, that's good. And then we will select this one and this one, and we'll just press 1 and we'll just move it like this. That's good. And now what else we need is that we need this section here, and you can already see that we have a nice section here for the mirror and other things, and our mirror will be here. So we'll just place our chairs and other things at this spot, and before that we'll just select the, actually I will just add main body here, and we'll just rename this truck traditional truck. Okay, like this. And now inside this, if we check the dashboard, if we select gearbox, if we select seats, steering wheel, and what else, dashboard, sorry, dashboard and gearbox, seat, steering wheel, and yeah, that's it. We'll just move it here. Okay, and we'll just move these things at this point. Okay, and yeah, our mirror will be there, so we'll just place it a little bit at this spot, and that's good. Yeah, that's good. And now we will just scale it to x-axis, or we can actually scale it bigger, but when we will scale it will be disturbed. So let's scale it a little bit like this, and now we will just arrange these things a little bit betterly. So like this, and we'll just move it like this, and okay, that's good. And now we will just add a spot here for the differentiating this section, I think. Okay, so for differentiating this section, we can just go to main body, and we can just go to edit mode, and we can select a loop here, maybe this one. So let's select this one, and not this one. This one is good. Yeah, this one is better. So we'll just press ES, and you can see we have effect like this, which we don't need. Okay, and then what else we can do, we can just select this section, and we can just move it to EX like this, and we can just join the these vertices, okay, the bottom vertices. So for that we can just select these two, we'll click on merge vertices at center, then again we'll select this loop and we'll press actually we can press here S Y 0 and nothing happens, so we'll press S Z 0. Yeah, it will work, but it's not good, so S X 0 actually, so sorry for this. So now this is good, and now we'll just again extrude it to x-axis, and again we'll join these last vertices, merge vertices at center, and then again similar thing, we'll just move it like this, we'll just make these vertices merge, and then again we'll select everything EX, and then finally we'll just select these two vertices, merge vertices at center, and then again we'll select the entire loop and we'll just move it to this section, and now the vertices will be clipped. That's good. And for the seats, you can see that we can select the seats, sorry, this thing and this thing and this thing, and now we'll just move it little bit forward, and that's good. We have this type of section. I will not create much more details here, and that will be fine here. And if we apply this solidify and other things, you can see that our shape is absolutely normal and we are happy with this. And now for the back, we will create the back section. So back section is actually simple, and I will just hide this thing, and we will just go to edit mode, and we will select this loop, last loop, okay, and similarly like this section we can just join this section as well. Okay, so I will just do the same. So I will just extrude it to x-axis, and then we will just join the bottom vertices and merge vertices at center, and we will select this loop till here only, sorry, till here, okay, and then we will just press SX0 to make it straight, okay, and then we will just press EX again, and we will just select bottom vertices and center. Hello everybody, welcome back, and in this video we will create a mirror and some other objects like some type of light here usually we can see on the trucks. So for that purpose I just have removed this section, this polygon. We will just click here, and now we can just extrude it outside to x-axis a little bit, and then again extrude it to x-axis, extrude it to x-axis again, okay. And here you can see the size, and for the mirror usually the truck mirrors are quite big, so we'll just extrude it to x-axis a little bit more, and here we'll just scale it to z-axis, and we can scale it like this, maybe yeah, this much is good. And then we can just extrude it to x-axis, very small extrusion, then extrude it to x-axis, a bigger one, extrude it to x-axis, the bigger extrusion, I think yeah, this much is very nice. And now we will just close this section by ES for extrude inside, and scale, and then again I will press ES, and finally we'll just press F. And now if we apply solidify and subdivision surface, you will see that we have a nice mirror. I think this will look good, so let's see. Yeah, and if we go to object mode, yeah, that's good, and this much mirror is fine because usually the truck mirrors are quite big, so we'll keep it like this. And also we'll just create some loop here, so for the better results. So here I think we should have a loop here inside and to this section as well, and it will be better result now. And now what we can do, we can just before moving further, I will just select everything and A and right click merge vertices by distance, and that will help us to fix duplicate vertices. And now we will create our mirror. So usually not mirror, actually light. So usually on these type of trucks we have a light to some spot like this. So I think we can create light at this spot. So let's create a loop here, and also I will create a loop this side and this side and this side as well. And now we will just select this section, we can delete this vertex, and we can select the loop, and we can go to circle it. And actually we should not make it circle, it's fine here. And we can just press E and Z to extrude it to Z axis, and E Z again, and to the bigger circumstance EZ and EZ again. And actually we can select these loops by shift alt click, and we'll just make it small as well, so a little bit small. And then we will just select the last loop, and we will just extrude it a little bit more like this, and then we'll just extrude it a little bit more, and definitely we will just scale it to x-axis like this. But x-axis, you can see it's not scaling properly, so we will just scale it like this, okay, like this. And then we will just extrude it to z-axis again, and then we can extrude it to z-axis a little bit more, and then ES, and then finally F to fill out the faces. And here we will just select this section, and if we apply this thing, you can see we have a light type effect here, although the light is not round, okay. And in trucks you can see the round lights. So for that type of effect, what we can do, we can just deselect this thing, and we will just select a we will press Ctrl R, and we will just create a corner here, and I will just select this loop. Okay, this is a bigger loop, so no problem. We can just create a loop here, and we already have this loop, so we can select this vertex, we can delete it, and we can select the loop and circle it, and then we can just extrude it. So we can extrude it to y-axis, I think, and extrude it to y-axis again, okay. And then we can just scale it, bigger scale, and then extrude it to y-axis again, extrude it to y-axis, and then y-axis again, and then we can press ES, and finally F to fill out the faces. Now you can see that we have a nice light at this spot, and you can see this light here, and we will definitely add some textures on this light. Okay, so that's good. We have the lights as well. So now what else we will do, we will definitely differentiate some sections for the texture. So we have the front this number plate, and now if we move here, we can have this type of section. We will create a loop here to this point, loop here to this point as well, as we will create some different type of textures to different sections. That's why I'm doing this thing, and like this. Okay, that's good. We are ready now, and I will just move back, and I will just hide these images. And for the number plate, I think this section is good, so we'll select this thing and we'll just extrude it to y-axis. For the number plate, extrude it to y-axis again, and this will be our number plate. So if we apply modifiers, you will see that this will not look good because of lesser loops. So we will just create some loops here. So Control R to this spot, Control R to this spot, and then Control R to this spot. And now if you will see, we will have better result now. Okay, so now you can see we have a very nice number plate. And definitely for the back side of truck, we should have little cuts as well if we want to do so. And for that type of cuts, we can use certain areas. So I will just create one more selection here and one more selection here nearby, and then I think to this spot, and then we will select these loops from here to here, I think, or maybe here, and then this one as well, and we will deselect this section, and sorry, we will not select this one. We will actually select this loop from here to here, and then till here. Okay, so now we will extrude it, and again I have problem, so sorry for that again and again. So I will just select this selection, actually, yeah, this one till here. Okay, so now this is fine, and we'll just extrude it to y-axis a little bit, and we will have this type of cut now. Okay, so that's good. And now what else we need is we need that type of rounded section. So for that purpose, we will just analyze our settings. So we can select certain sections. So I will just select this one, create a loop here as well, so here as well, and then we will select some sections. So for example, this one and this one, this one maybe, this one maybe, these loops I have selected, and now we can just extrude these. So we can extrude it to x-axis like this, and then we'll just move these like this, EX, and then Z axis, then EX again, then Z axis again, and then finally we'll just press EX to join up these sections. Although we can just create some middle loops here like this, and I think we should move back and we'll just create small loops. Okay, so we'll just press EX and very small extrusion, then like this, EX again, like this, EX again, not too big extrusions, so EX again. So now we will get some better result. So EX again, and EX again, and EX again. Okay, so now you can see we have this type of sections, although you can select these sections and you can move it around as per your needs, but we will just check it in while applying the subdivision surface, and you can see these are good actually. Okay, so this could look good, so we are happy with this result. And now what else we want is nothing, and the next step will be the textures, and in textures we will do a lot of things and we will fix everything related to our truck. So yeah, our back is fine, and actually we should add some backlights as well. So for that purpose we will just select the body and we'll just select the light here, I think. So Control R, then Control R, and yeah, that's good. And then this one, delete it, vertices, we'll select this loop, and then we can make it circle, and S to scale it little bit, and then EY again, EY again, ES again, and then finally we will just fill out the faces. That's nice. We have our truck body almost ready, and next step will be the textures. And before that, one thing is that we can add some multiple things as well, like that effects as well, like that objects here, like chains, etc. But we will not do that, and this truck will look absolutely good without that things as well. So we will finalize this in next video, and we will add our textures. That's it for this video. Let's meet in next video. Allah Hafiz.